Welcome everyone! In this video, we are in the Fossil Cup, showcasing some more fun battles featuring Swampert. Swampert on a very great league team, guys. I decided to bring hardcore Great League meta to the Fossil Cup just to see how it would do, as I recognize all three of these Pokemon obviously qualify for the Fossil Cup, but do still have some decent play in the meta, guys. So decided to have a little bit of fun, but also just see how hardcore Great League meta would do in a specialty cup like this, because it's rare that you can bring hardcore Great League meta into a specialty cup. So we're leading with Swampert. Swampert, of course, is going to handle the Registeels and others, as well as Skarmory on the safe swap. Skarmory is here to, of course, as within the Great League, is here to protect Swampert from the grass types like Ferrothorn, Ludicolo, Registeel, all of the grass types that we see in this meta, alongside Registeel to also provide an added layer of coverage from the grass types. Plays like a little bit of an ABB style team, but it can also double as a very balanced team as well. So Registeel provides some excellent closing potential, of course, with the threat of Zap Cannon or Focus Blast. But without further ado, before we hop into the featured set of the video, we're going to dive into some bonus battles that I thought were tons of fun. And here we go, picking up an awful lead. So we have two amazing answers to Ferrothorn. Going to go into Skarmory as the safe swap, and they are staying in a little bit. So we know that we tank a Thunder, no problem. So we are going to tank that. Them staying in lets us know that they may be weak in the back, but not necessarily. They're bringing some Great League meta of their own in the form of Azumarill. You love to see it. Gonna just chip with a Sky Attack and try and maybe stall the clock if we can, because Skarmory's our best answer to a Ferrothorn. So we will shield this up, and it's a resisted play rough, but it still would have done quite a bit of resisted damage. And we're going to stall here by throwing a Sky Attack. I don't imagine this gets the shield. Azumarill does not need to shield the Sky Attack, but they do. So we are now even on shields and going to look to catch. We're going to bank that energy on our Skarmory in hopes that we can have our Skarmory find its way back to that Ferrothorn at some point. So we tank the play rough, no problem. Of course, Registeel tanks damage for days. And gonna look to get rid of the Azumarill with a Zap Cannon. This will absolutely KO if they let it through, and they do. That is amazing. So then they come in with a Jellicent. So this is good, guys. We're looking pretty good here. Not too many places for Swampert to go, but it does have some nice neutral play on what's left in the form of Jellicent here. So going to shield up the first Shadow Ball and look to get off a Zap Cannon to take a little bit of the sting off of the next Shadow Ball that will come our way, because they will absolutely make it to another Shadow Ball, and we will absolutely tank that, no problem. Registeel, it's got some amazing bulk, even in the Great League format. It is amazing, and we do tank that, no problem. Gonna look to do loads of damage with a Zap Cannon. It will not KO, but it will give us some nice farm if they decide to stay in, and they thought about it, but they aggressively go back into the Ferrothorn, and we got way ahead on energy, so we are going for this Focus Blast, and it does loads of damage and KOs the Ferrothorn, and we lock on down just about before they didn't want to let us lock on down. They conceded the match. That's going to be a good game. Well played to our opponent. How about Registeel putting in the work, closing out the game strong? That was amazing. And here we go. Speaking of Registeel, got a nice shiny Registeel on the lead. We are staying right here. This is why we've got Swampert on this team. And it looks like they tried to catch a Hydro Cannon, I presume. But they're going to catch this Registeel hard counter for their troubles instead. Now, we can tank some Weather Balls, but Pelipper can make it pretty close against Registeel, especially if they decide to shield our Zap Cannons, as they do, of course, thoroughly outpace us to the neutral Weather Balls with Stab. So because they have Stab, we're going to take a little bit of the sting off of those Weather Balls with a Zap Cannon. And of course, they do shield. They're looking to flip switch advantage here. And that is okay, because we will make it to another Zap Cannon. Not going to shield that next Weather Ball, and we're going to look to get off another Zap Cannon. Now, they're in a tricky spot. If they want to give us a 2-shield advantage like they did there, by all means, we will take a 2-shield advantage. No problem. And they snipe us with a Lucario. That is okay. They denied us a bunch of energy, but hey, it's all right. We had just the answer to a Lucario in the form of Skarmory. Now, this is where the steel subtyping on Skarmory can come back to bite it sometimes against the very attack-weighted fighters, because we take neutral damage and they go for a close combat. Holy smokes. I was thinking we could live a Shadow Ball, but they go close combat. That is insane. Oh my goodness. But I'm thinking Swampert up 2 shields beats just about anything in this meta outside of the Razor Leafers, of course. Gonna shield up the Weather Ball and look to get rid of the Pelipper with Hydro Cannon number 2 here. This should be just about enough to take it out, and it is. And they've got a Tin Can Man left on their team. And this is looking pretty good for us. Gonna shield up the Focus Blast. And we will absolutely outpace to this Earthquake. And this is why you definitely want to run Earthquake in this Fossil Cup meta, because we're saying bye-bye to the Registeel. Swampert, 1 shot in the Registeel. You don't get much better than that. That's going to be yet another good game. Well played to our opponent. Had to start it off right with some fun bonus battles. As we're moving into the featured set of the video, we are met with a Shadow Swampert mirror matchup. And oh, it looks like we've got Stunfisk and Skarmory spot. I forgot I switched Skarmory for Stunfisk for a couple of these battles in this set here. So we're rolling with Stunfisk for this battle here. And we do go for the Hydro Cannon and grab the shield from the Shadow Swampert. Gonna go for another one. The way I play Swampert on lead is I stay in and just let her rip with the Hydro Cannons. And we will look to shield up. If we had Skarmory, we would come in and farm down. But we've got 2 Pokemon in the back that want nothing to do with a Shadow Swampert. So we are going to look to farm down, but they make an aggressive play into Pelipper. So it is Registeel time, guys. And Registeel, one of the Pokemon that perform extremely well when shields are down. And that's due to its extreme bulk, of course. I'm going to look to go for a Zap Cannon. They either have to shield or lose their Pelipper, and they decide to shield. Shields are down now, guys, so we are looking pretty good up against the Pelipper. And they have been farming for days. I think that they're close to back-to-back Weather Balls here, but we tank 2 Weather Balls, no problem. So we're going to tank Weather Ball number 2 or 3. I have lost count at this point. Pelipper is super spammy. And we're going to look to go for the Zap Cannon, and they catch it on their low health Swampert. Holy smokes, good play. Nice catch. You got me there. That's okay. That is okay. So what we're going to do is try and build up some energy and bank that and catch. You want to catch, you got to give it right back to him, guys. If you got someone catching on you, making you waste your energy, you got to give it right back as we catch the Weather Ball on our Swampert. Because we know that Stunfisk has some very good play up against Pelipper, of course, with access to Rock Slide. Does super effective damage, and we get to it at a relatively fast rate. So, gonna wait the switch timer down a little bit and then bring in our Stunfisk. All we need is 1 Rock Slide. It doesn't quite KO from this range, but it is very close. So we do tank a Weather Ball, no problem. Gonna look to go for the Rock Slide. And hoping that we can maybe farm down. Yeah, that's definitely farm down range, but they're on to us, guys. They don't want to get farmed, so they make a play into a Registeel of their own. So we're going for this Earthquake. And unlike Swampert, it doesn't quite KO Registeel. Of course, Swampert's a lot more attack weighted than Stunfisk is. But that is okay. They will take us out with a Focus Blast. And now the pressure is on Registeel to close this game for us. Can we do it? We decided to go for the Focus Blast as I realized that we weren't going to quite be able to lock on down. But what we can lock on down is that Pelipper, as we do lock on down the Pelipper. Registeel coming in super clutch. That's going to be yet another good game. Well played to our opponent. Telling you guys, Registeel is coming in super clutch on this Great League Fossil Cup team. As we are met with another Registeel in the lead. You love to see it when you run in Swampert, but they make a play into their own Swampert. So we are staying right here, and we are still rolling with Stunfisk on the safe swap for this battle here. And they did tank that Hydro Cannon. That is amazing. So I do believe we tank theirs because it's not a shadow, so we can definitely comfortably tank a non-shadow Hydro Cannon, but we will have to shield up the second one because we really want to get rid of this opposing Swampert here. Going to go for a Hydro Cannon of our own, and I would imagine that they, would want to shield. And going to look to build up and go for another Hydro Cannon, and we win CMP tie. That is amazing. Because they are definitely at a Hydro Cannon of their own, and they let it go. That is amazing. Swampert coming in clutch here. And we're going to see if they want to bring back in that Registeel. No, they come in with a Pelipper. So this is amazing, guys. Swampert came in super clutch there. Able to win switch advantage for us. And we will be taken out by the Pelipper, but that is okay, guys. We've got a Stunfisk on our team that can hit that Registeel for super effective damage. They aggressively come back in with their own Registeel. So we're going to try and grab that final shield if we can. They do shield there. And what we want to do is shield this up. We wanted them to throw their energy. We're going to preserve our own Registeel and go into Stunfisk because we know that our Stunfisk can definitely tank a Focus Blast, no problem. And between the fast move damage that this Registeel has taken, it is just about within KO range of an Earthquake from our Stunfisk. So we're going for the Earthquake, and that does loads of damage, and we're going to farm down with Mud Shots. And it's just about over. Our Registeel was super healthy and was going to zap cannon that Pelipper right off the screen, and they knew it, so they could see the match. That's going to be a good game. Well played. So it turns out a Great League team, not so bad in the Fossil Cup, guys, if I must say. And here we go, picking up an Escavalier. So you stay in with Swampert on Escavalier. And you also stay in if they switch in a Swampert long enough to get off a Hydro Cannon. And if they let it go like they did there, we can safely come in with our Skarmory and look to farm down. Our Skarmory is at rank 2, guys, so we comfortably tank 2 of these Hydro Cannons. If you're not PvP optimized, tanking 2 Hydro Cannons, even from a non-shadow, is a little rough. But ours is we're fortunate enough to have a rank 2, but they do get to a 3rd one. So we will shield this to get rid of the Swampert. Gonna go for the full aggressive farm down. And we have loaded energy for that Escavalier, and they do bring it back in. That is amazing. I don't believe we will get to another Sky Attack, and they do shield there. Doesn't matter if we went Brave Bird. They shielded either way. And we come back in with our Registeel. They had a Jellicent. They took one look at that Registeel and said, no way, I am out of here. As they concede the match. That's going to be yet another good game. Well played. I would have to say, Registeel's kind of stealing the show in these battles, guys. It is doing amazing. As we are met with a Ferrothorn lead, awful lead going into our Skarmory safe swap, and they meet us with a Shadow Mawile. So this is awful. Just going to try and get off as much damage as we can. It will absolutely gobble us up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And they do go for the power-up punch to rev up that Fire Fang damage, and that is okay. We are not shielding anything from this Mawile. We're just going to try and get off as much damage as possible, and I believe we look to fully farm down the Shadow Mawile, because it is a steel type at the end of the day, and a very squishy steel type at that. And they are at a potential play rough, guys. A boosted play rough would do loads of damage, so we do shield that, and we do farm it down. They come back in with the Ferrothorn, so we're going to go for the Earthquake. Does hit for neutral damage, and it would do a lot, but they shield. So we come in with our Registeel, and they've got a Jellicent, guys. We got way ahead on this Jellicent. They were stuck in the middle of their bullet seed animation, which allowed us to get way ahead on energy. Gonna go for the Zap Cannon here, and they do shield, of course. And because we got off that debuff, we're not too concerned with having to shield a Shadow Ball. It, of course, will not be doing as much damage, and that does very laughable damage to Registeel. And going for Zap Cannon number 2. And this will do loads of damage. It does not KO, but it does put the Jellicent within farm down range, guys. And we know that this is just a Bubble Beam. They did not build up to the Shadow Ball, so we're tanking the Bubble Beam, no problem. They are debuffing our attack, but that is okay. Because we could easily swap back into our Swampert to clear that debuff, and we'll want to bank a move. They aggressively go back into the Ferrothorn, and they're looking to throw energy. We are going to shield this because it could be a Thunder, but they bait us with a Power Whip. Going to bank that to clear those debuffs because I didn't think that it would KO being 2 times debuffed. So we're bringing in Swampert just to do as much raw damage as possible. Going to go for the Earthquake. Does loads of damage to the Ferrothorn, and they cannot overfarm at all, guys, because we would outpace to a Hydro Cannon, which would take it out. So they're forced to throw, and we bank that move, and this is absolutely going to take out the Ferrothorn. I'm telling you guys, Registeel, holy smokes. Maybe Registeel should have been on the thumbnail as they concede the match. That's going to be another good game. Well played to our opponent. One of the very few times that you guys will see me showcase the Swampert Skarmory core on this channel. How fitting in the Fossil Cup of all cups, guys. And we are met with a Jellicent. So, pretty neutral lead here. What we like to do with Jellicent is get off some big damage with the Earthquake. We do tank a Shadow Ball, no problem. But generally, they will let this Earthquake go through. And if they do, we're making a play into Skarmory to look to farm down, guys. That was amazing. And they make a play into Escavalier. This is not a very good answer to Skarmory, as we do heavy neutral damage with our air slashes with stab, and we can really threaten with sky attacks. We grab the shield there. That is amazing. So we don't have to shield anything from this Escavalier. It could pose some problems for our Registeel, and they Acid Spray. That makes things a lot worse for us, guys. That is awful because it just really compounds this counter damage, which hits us for neutral, and they let that go. That is amazing, but they've got a Berserker in the back. Okay, so we are up a shield, gonna look to chip with a Sky Attack. Now, Berserker can definitely tank a Sky Attack, although it is on the squishier side, it is still resisted at the end of the day. So gonna look to come in with Swampert and try and grab that last shield, but we can't quite get there. We do shield this. This might be a misplay, guys, because they are at back-to-back. But, you know, we didn't have much of a choice because we wanted them to dump that energy. So now we come in on even shields with our Registeel, and it's not looking good, guys. That Acid Spray from the Escavalier, I think, did us in. If it wasn't running Acid Spray, I think we would have had a better chance because we would have survived long enough, and we're just not going to be able to outpace that Berserker. My goodness, Berserker did us in, along with the Acid Spray Escavalier. If you guys can't tell by now, it is lights out for us, unfortunately, as that Berserker can easily get to a close combat. I believe it has one, to be honest, guys. Yeah, all they have to do is throw that close combat, and we cannot lock on down this Berserker, which is going to be lights out for us, guys. A couple of Shadow Claws will take us out. We stop attacking there. But good game. You can't win them all. That is the team, my friends. So yeah, Great League meta team for the Fossil Cup was quite fun, guys. I just wanted to have some fun during Go Battle Day, and it was a blast. I couldn't help myself, guys. I just had to find out how the hyper meta of the Great League would hold up in a specialty cup meta like the Fossil Cup. And it proved to be quite strong, and it was tons of fun to run. Yeah, very solid team. Guys, I had a blast. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching, and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.